Hey guys, hey guys, guess what? It's Wednesday. Guess what? It's Wednesday. Guys, my name is Stacey Daniel. Welcome to the Wealth Strategy. Welcome to the wow. Wait a minute. This is the Wealth Chronicle Show. Oh my God. Welcome to the Wealth Chronicle Show. Blame it on my heart, not my mind. Or no, blame it on my mind, not my heart. Guys, if you don't know, we are here every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And this is a great place for you to learn about the trials, the tribulations, and the transformations of myself, some of my clients, my colleagues, my power partners, some anonymous conversation that I've had, and I present to you guys. And it gives you the opportunity to learn about other people's financial tribulations, transformation, things of that nature. Find out what they did to move the needle, keep your business to yourself, and then learn what those action steps are so that you can actually come out better on the end. So we're going to play our theme song. Tonight we have the relationship queen, We talking about money and relationships all this month. I'm so hyped. I'm going to tell you why I'm hyped, because it's also my birthday month, guys. It's also National Adoption Month. I'm adoptee. And so it is just time for a celebration. So let's play this music like 30 seconds as you come on in. Hey, 30 seconds as you come on in. Hey. Here, guys, as you come in, can you please put your location in the comment section? If you're new to the group, then go ahead and let us know, and we'll send you a welcome packet. Tag somebody, like the video. Come on in. And we do know that people come for the replay. And if you're from the hashtag replay section, make sure you put that in the comments as well. If you're a business owner, we want to see all of that, guys. Let us know who you are. One more thing. Like I said, we're talking about relationships and money all this month. I need you to think about anybody who is having any type of financial concerns or any type of relationships concerns that's regarding the finances, and they're feeling isolated. Right now, through COVID-19, we need to stay connected. Yes, social distancing physically, but emotionally connected even more. Money stands in the way of that, guys, and that's why this is so important. So I need you to go ahead and bring people in and let them know that this is the place they need to be. I had some technical difficulties, so there's a lot of different back office things that didn't go on today, and that's okay. I know you guys are coming in through the replay section. Come on in through the replay section, and that'll be just fine. But this is great information. I'm gonna go ahead and boost it out to all my peeps, so no worries. We know that you're here in spirit. So let's go ahead and let me tell you, money and relationships is the topic all month. As I mentioned to you, my birthday is next Wednesday. Woo, woo, it's next Wednesday. Woo, woo. I'm gonna be a big old 42. Yes, I'm gonna be a big old 42 years old. I'm not really doing a whole celebration like face to face or buying a lot of gifts. I will be on here and I'll be doing different tips and tricks. Stay tuned for that. Make sure you're on the newsletter so you can see what I'll be doing. But you know, it's just, I'm grateful to be alive and to be healthy and to be able to help people. And so for that day, that's what I'm going to be doing, helping more people. So stay tuned for what I'm be doing with that. Again, all this month is relationship and money. I want to give you a quick little rundown of what you'll be hearing each month. Today, we're talking about marriage or committed relationships and money. Next week, we'll be talking about Next week, we'll be talking about family and money. The following week, we'll be talking about single and dating and money. We're going to also be talking about friends and children and money as well. All right, guys, this whole month we are packed with that. Children and money as far as adult children have money concerns or restrictions or expectations that you need to be aware of. And then you got some preteens or some teenagers or some getting ready, some college-bound kids that have some money questions, and you might need to know, what should I tell them? How should I prepare them? Should I get them a credit card? So we have all these different things, and they also have expectations. They think you need to be paying their bills all the time. Well, when do you start to kind of edge them out? All right, well, you need to start be working for some of this allowance, or do you even put them on allowance? So all these different relationship questions and money and friction is all a possibility, and we want to alleviate all that, answer your questions, and be a resource for you. All right, so again, why this is important right now? This is important because of the pandemic, and we are social distancing, and we are people who need people, but we need to be drawing near with these relationships. Support system saves lives. Hashtag support system saves lives. I know this, as I mentioned, domestic violence, bankruptcy, all these different things that I went through, adoption, I could just name off a whole bunch of things. I have survived, and the only thing that helped me to keep moving forward is the support system that I had. But I've also had friction with those support systems, and I realized, man, Separated from them, I will die slowly but surely. My soul, my spirit, man, physically, I'll start to do unhealthy things to fill that void. And so we need to get in front of that, guys. Of course, relationships and money is important outside of just COVID-19, but that's what we're focusing on today. All right. So these are just, first, I'm gonna give you these. It's about 7 of them things that if you are experiencing these things in your relationship when it regards to money, pay attention to it. If you are doing these things in regards to money in your relationship, I need you to pay attention to that as well. And then we're going to bring on the relationship queen. By the way, let's go ahead and just say hey to her. And then we're going to do the 7 tips I mentioned to you. And then we'll do her bio. And then we're just going to let her loose on you. All right, guys? So, hey, how you doing?
Hey.
The crowd goes, wow. Her name is Anita Charlot. She's absolutely one of my good friends. She's local, guys. You know, I have international clients, students, business besties, power partners, and I bring them all to you. This is her formal introduction. She is in the Motivating Your Money Academy. She has her own section. She has, like, I think 7 videos of question and answer that she did that's already there that you've been missing out on. So I'm going to need you to go to the Motivating Your Money Academy in order to access her. She has a podcast. She has a academy of her own for relationship and dating. I'll give you more about what she has done and what she can do for you in just a little bit. So stay tuned because you're not going to want to miss this. Make sure you have your pen and your recording devices, guys, because she has some information for you. Let me tell you what the topic of what she's talking about today. Let me pull it up. My phone locked. 1 moment. If you don't know, this is a very informal conversation, but it's much needed. She's going to give you tips and strategies on the possible relationship strains due to the loss of income right now. COVID-19 worldwide health pandemic has had domino effect on our finances. So maybe you have anxiety and your spending tendencies are out of whack. Maybe you had some debt before, some debt now. Maybe you have a loss of income and all 3 mixed up. Man, we need to be talking about all that. So I think this is perfect and it's perfect for you. So tag somebody. All right, real quick. These are the things that I've noticed from working with my clients and my students and from myself and my friends that we need to identify with and stop them or notice that they're happening to you so that you can kind of take the next step. So 1, be sure to be helpful but mindful with your money. Don't overextend yourself when it comes to your money just because you feel like you need to save somebody. All right. Don't be an enabler for somebody's poor choices. Don't flaunt your money. That's very unhealthy in a relationship. And I'm not talking about we are talking about married today with family, friends, colleagues, support system, children, all of those things. Don't flaunt your money. Don't be ashamed of your financial success. Don't be ashamed of your financial failure either, because for some reason we seem to think that even though we weren't taught about money, we should know how to manage our money. And so when we make mistakes, we're ashamed about it. Don't be ashamed. I'm trying to tell you, personal finance needs to be taught. It needs to be taught. All right, guys. Next one, don't push money habits on others. If they're not learning, tell them about it. But you can't make anybody fall suit or learn what you've done. Don't take their experience from them. And then you may be disappointed if they don't follow through. Let's silence that. All right, the next one, guys. Don't lend money you can't live without. Don't lend money you can't live without. That's gonna cause a huge resentment. It's gonna cause a wedge in your friendship. Just don't do it. And if you know somebody who's not working and they're not good with money, and they tell you, I promise you I'm pay you back. I'm gonna need you to, you don't mind. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Tell you, but I ain't gonna do it. Don't allow money to ruin your relationships. If you have had a long-term relationship and you did lend somebody some money and you thought that it was going to be returned and it wasn't returned to you, look at the big picture. How much of a friend are they that you don't want to let that money ruin you? Maybe don't lend it again, but learn from that. We need our friendships, guys. We can make more money. Next one is money is not an identity. No matter how much you have or how little you have, that does not dictate your worth. That does not dictate your worth. Hey, Casey. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Casey. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, guys. Make sure you are putting in your location below. Can you say hi? If you guys don't know, we can't see your hearts on here. So you have to put actual hearts in the comment section, and hearts make us dance. All right. Thank you. Hey, Marshana. Glad you're here. All right, guys. I'm out of breath. I didn't talk a whole lot. Y'all know I love to talk. So now it's time to introduce the infamous. Okay. Her name is Anita Charlot. She is I got to get my seriousness on. She is the CEO and founder of Relationship Architect Academy. She's a successful dating, relationship, and marriage life coach, guys. She's an international best-selling author. She's a keynote speaker. She's a workshop facilitator and a panelist. All right, guys. So let's see here. She not only that, she is a self-proclaimed grown-ass woman in the business of teaching high-achieving women and a few smart men. She's in the business of teaching high-achieving women. We got to say that again. And a few smart men how to attract and maintain authentic relationships through practical and spiritual concepts. And she's been doing it since 1999. And the crowd goes well. Hey, lady, how you doing? I'm so grateful that you are here with me. We have done so many things together, and I'm you again on my platform and gracing our community with your expertise. So how are you? Talk to us.
I am great. I am loving being here at home. I'm loving being in the house. I may appear to be an extrovert, and it's not that introverts are not shy. We just don't get our energy from being around a bunch of people. So me being at home, I am extremely productive. Absolutely. And it is just amazing.
I know,
it's just amazing. So I'm so happy to be here with you tonight. Like you said, we've done several things together. We've done a lot together, and there's still a lot more to come. So I'm always happy to come and be on your stage. You have so much energy, girl. You have so much energy. I love it. I absolutely love it.
It's so much going on. And plus we're at 8:00 at night. So it's just so much going on. And money in its sense, just by thinking about it, there's some blocks there, and it tends to drain us. Like, I know I need to get my retirement together. I know I need to stop spending. I know I just but so I want to make it comfortable. So I'm going to be asking you some different questions. You can tell us as much or as little as you like, and I definitely want you to go ahead and let us know the tips and strategies. I hope you have like 3 to 5 of them that you can leave. I want you to drop some nuggets on the table. I need you to make sure you guys have your pens and paper. I done said it like 2 times. If you miss it, you can just watch the replay. But still, I want you to make sure you post your questions in the comment section. And also, did you share the video out? Did you share it, guys? How many people do you know who are having some type of relationship and money issues? That's your friends, your children, your neighbors, your co-workers. Come on, just slide in their inbox or just put it on your page and they can choose to watch it on their own. Sharing is caring. If there's anything that I've ever said to you guys and it has changed your mindset or your money, your mindset, your money, your mindset, your dollar amount, your bank account, the way you feel, the way you react to money, it is now your duty to help me share that news with somebody else. All right. So the first thing I want to know is what type of relationship and finance issues stood out the most to you with all of your clients? So like we talked about loss of income, and I mean right now, loss of income. We talked about anxiety spending causing debt and that causing friction. We talked about the ability, some spouses or significant others don't feel like entrepreneurship is a real job. So they might be giving them pressure, like, leave that alone. I need you to get a job. Now is the time to start looking for it. So there's all different types of money conversation that's going on in relationships. I like to know what's the number one thing that's sticking out with your clients or your followers or your students in your academy when it comes to relationship and money right now.
Well, great question. And it's all over the board, right? People have, a lot of things that they're dealing with. And it's funny because this time tends to bring out, I don't think people realize it, but when you're forced to sit with yourself for so many hours in a day, when we're out there running around, we're on a train, we're on the bus, we're in our car, we're able to run from ourselves. And so when you can't run from yourself anymore, then you have to sit with who you are. Now, if you take that and you couple that with being stuck in the house with your significant other who's also, having to make a shift and look at themselves or view themselves differently, depending on whether or not their income has been decreased or yours has been decreased, it can bring up a lot of stuff. So a lot of unresolved issues are coming up for people, right? A lot of insecurities are coming up for people.
I'm raising
While these insecurities may not necessarily be tagged as financial, because the finances are in the forefront, it brings up every other insecurity behind it, right? You know, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, well, what if he thinks that I shouldn't buy this, $3.85 almond milk, because we're in this, COVID-19 thing right now. Why can't I just buy the $1.89 one from Aldi? Why do I have to, is he going to think that, I'm not being mindful of money? Then is he going to start looking at what I'm spending? Is he going to start looking at all of these things start to snowball?
Yes.
Right. And then those things that you haven't dealt with, that you continue to push in the corner because you didn't have to face yourself, those things come up.
Wow.
And then, and then as you're trying to deal with it and you're like, oh my God, do they see this? Let me hide it. And then you start acting weird. And now there's tension between the two of you because he has no idea what the hell you're going through in your mind. He doesn't know about the brainstorm that's going through in your mind. Oh my God. And oh, am I too fat? Should I put on makeup today? Should I dress like I'm at the office? I'm at home. I've been in pajamas for 10 days straight. Oh my God, what's happening? I want to buy some new clothes, but I can't spend any money right now. It's just so many things that come up, and it brings up a lot of things. So clients are now really looking to tap into the things that they have been running from for so long. Right. They have to get those. They're realizing that you can't keep pushing that thing in the box, in the corner, in Pandora's box and the treasure chest, whatever you want to call it. You can't keep pushing it down because now, because of this, because we're forced to be around each other all the time, because we can't run from ourselves, we can't run from our issues, we can't run from our insecurities. That's just making everything else that much more intense.
So, question: do you feel that money, well, no, we already know statistics show that is a high percentage of relationships fail, married or not married, due to finances. Are you giving any tips to your clients regarding their money situation right now? Like, I've heard, make sure you, if you weren't before, have some way to put your money together now so that you feel comfortable. Have some way to sit down and talk about it on a weekly basis. Have some way to each person have a certain amount of emotional money or anything. Sometimes we don't talk about those money problems, and sometimes we do. So those that are talking about it, are you giving any, because you mentioned a lot of great things as far as how do I dress to look visually pleasing to him, but what about now at home, our gas bill, our food bill is out through the roof. So, but I want to eat healthy. And so this is a conversation we have. Healthy food costs too much. I don't care.
Right.
So are you giving them any advice on how to come to an agreement, even right now when it comes to the money? So maybe I don't want to give anyone examples. I want to know, are you giving any specific money advice to your couples on how they can solve some of that money tension or identify the money tension?
This is part of the 3 to 5 3 to 5 tips that I have. But here's some things that.
Can you just go ahead and give us your 3 to 5 tips? How about that? I won't.
Okay. So
get your pens.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. People are focused. I think where the stress comes in is that people are so focused on being exposed, being worried about whether or not this person is going to see me that I can't handle this, I can't handle that. So for those people that are challenged with this syndrome, I call it, the oh my God, what the hell is happening right now in my life? Everything is falling apart. This COVID thing is just ridiculous syndrome, right?
I like it.
How do you handle that? So here's the first suggestion. Let's say that, like you said, that the gas bill is, for us, the electric bill is going up. We got 4 people in the house now, where we only had 3 every now and then. Now we got 4 people in the house. Everybody's online. Everybody's using their devices. We've had Comcast come out here twice because the internet keeps going out. I don't know what's going on, but here's something. So let's say I'll talk about Comcast. This applies to Comcast. It applies to your utilities. It applies to your creditors. It applies to Anybody that you owe money right now, even your landlord, your mortgage company, it applies to everybody. Okay. So if you need money right now to pay something, let's say, and we don't want to mess up our credit in the midst of this drama. Okay.
Right.
So what you want to do is you want to call whoever it is. You want to call the gas company, the cable company, the phone company, your creditors, your mortgage, your car note. You want to call them and you want to tell them that you're having trouble. But here's the thing. There's a certain word that you have to use in order for them to activate the programs that they have in place because of the coronavirus. Okay. You have to say, there has been a decrease in income in my household due to the coronavirus.
Yes.
As soon as you say the coronavirus, then they can pull that other sheet of paper over and say, okay, here is what we can do for you. Now, what that's going to do is that's going to buy you some time, right? Some people may say, okay, we'll push this out another 30 days. We'll take this car note and we'll put it at the end of your loan, so that way you're not, because I mean, yes, I don't get a stimulus check, but people are getting one stimulus check. That's not enough. That's not going to last you. That's not going to last you. So the way that you make your money stretch is that you have the right and you have the ability to call these creditors, whoever they are, whoever you owe money to. You have the right to call them and tell them that you now have a decrease in income in your household. Now, I'm not going to tell you to lie, but here is what's, if you call and you say, let's say your car note, I'm just throwing this number out there, it's $500 a month. You can use that 500 to pay down the light bill because it's so big, and it was big before this, and now you need to pay it, or they're not disconnecting right now. Just so you know, Lord, Mayor Lightfoot is not allowing anybody's lights to get cut off. Just so you know.
Greater Chicago area in Illinois. I don't know about your state. Just let you know. Check your own registration.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Okay. So check it. But that's just it. You have options, and you have to be willing to look at your options. There are some that will say, some clients are like, oh my God, I can't call. I'm so embarrassed. I was like, honey, please. You must know that our fair skinned counterparts are calling. Okay. They are calling.
Counterparts.
They are calling. They are calling, and they are using, I found out from one of our fair skinned counterparts that you have to say this word. They can't tell you to say the word. They can't coach you to say the word, but once you say the word, then they have programs that they have options. You have options. So use those options.
So this is your first tip, is that so that they won't have that unknown or unspoken stress between the two of them, because they're not wondering I'm used to handling the money, and
correct,
there's some problems.
Correct. Or, if you're responsible for the cable bill, like you may be in a household that's splitting everything up. I handle this, and this, you handle this, and this. Nothing wrong with that, whatever works for you. Right. But if you know that you're in charge of the cable bill, and the cable bill is big already, and you need the internet to work from home, now you're stressed because, oh my God, I can't pay this cable bill. What do? You get on the phone. You get on the phone and you call and you say, we have a decrease in income due to the coronavirus.
You hear this, guy?
What are my options?
Good deal. Good deal. And therefore, you don't have to stress and worry. What am I going to do? He's going to know our bill's going to fall behind. He's going to look like I'm not helping. Yeah. All type of things you alleviate just by. That's hard, though. A lot of people are unwilling to pick up that 5-pound phone and just say, I need a little bit of assistance. So what she's telling you guys, this is going to help save some of the friction in your relationship, your marriage. And it's also going to be welcomed in open arms by the people on the other end. They're going to be help. There is help available. So don't be afraid to fit. All right. We got you.
Right. Okay. So that's a big thing, because people will sit there and they will not say anything. Here's the thing. Which one would you rather have friction with, your mate or the ignorant person on the phone made
customer service is yes.
Please. I would much rather, and I've done this, right? Because I'm like, okay, well, I can pay down this credit card bill if I don't have to pay this. So let me pick up the phone and let me say,
options are
What are our options? Okay, where are you going to put that? And how long is that? And when does that need to be paid? Okay, cool. All right, let me go over here and pay down this credit card. I'm cool, right? Right? So
Yes.
you have to learn how to make the system work. And I'm not telling anybody to hide anything, but there's some things that you just don't need to say. If you can handle it, then handle it.
But if not,
right? Because your job is to handle that bill. So how it gets handled, you know, aside from you going to call some ex, if you handling it the legal way, then just handle it. Okay.
Absolutely.
So
guys, if you have any questions or comments about the pointers that she's given us, please make sure you put them in the comment section. That goes for you too, #replay crew. She'll come back, or I'll post them in her section in the Motivating Academy so she can respond. All right, guys, go right ahead. Sorry. Number two. Somebody put number two. You guys are paying attention. Number two, put that in the comment section. Go ahead.
Okay. So if you are you mentioned this, you said if the person is an entrepreneur, right? If the person is an entrepreneur, and there has been a decrease in income, of course, the other spouse is going to look at you like, oh, wait a minute. My income has been decreased. You sitting up here, you know, making these videos and these memes and these posts all day. What are you doing? Well, the way that you can reduce your expenses as a business owner during this time is to take a look at all of the things that you spend your money on every month, right? Absolutely. You may not need, you know, I rarely drive my car, right? It's in the garage most of the time. So why was I paying for Sirius XM if I'm only in the car 4 days a month? Yes. So I cut that out, right? And then I look to see, okay, do I really need to pay for this? Am I really using this? No. Is it going to hurt me if I, you know, cancel it now and pick it up later? No. Mm-hmm. So do what you can to minimize that stress, right? So if you and your spouse sit down and you talk about money, your spouse sees that you, out of the 15 things that you pay for as business expense, you cut that list down to 10 or 9 or 8. You know, that's going to show them that you are conscious of where you are at this time. So reducing the expense.
And you're not just oblivious to the fact that there needs to be some, you know, some restrictions, because you know we can be tunnel vision when we're entrepreneurs. Okay, I got to go on this live. I got to do this training. My business coach said I gotta. You know what I'm saying? We really can. And we seem like everybody else, y'all, I get to you later. So you sending a message. I have made these adjustments. I still need to be trying to make some money online, maybe a little bit every day, or, you know, put together, I'm launching this program or whatever, but I am doing something. So that's going to show them you are partaking. And it's important that you keep the, your half, it's never really half, or your bargain or your contribution equal to that extent. And so I like that. Do what you can. We have multiple cars, and so it didn't dawn on us until about 45 days in to remove. Did you know, guys, if you don't know, if you have multiple cars and you're not driving them, and we're not driving them at all for the most part, especially mine, we just ride with him when we go and do things. I don't even go to my office anymore. I just pay the rent. But you can remove insurance on that vehicle altogether and bring your coverage down, and it's called storage or something like that. If it's not going to be on the road at all, you can remove that. And also, there are a lot of insurance companies who are giving their money back. Like, you have auto pay and you're paying, and they know that your state, all states have some type of restriction at some point, they're giving that money back to you. So make sure you call them and ask them if you don't already see it, so that you can get that. And so there are a lot of other things that, you know, you can reach out to. So if you don't know what you can do, make sure you check out the free course in the Motivating Money Academy called COVID-19 Questions. It's 15 Q&A questions that talk about what could you do with your stimulus, should you take your retirement out, all types of questions you can do. What are ways that I can save money, make money immediately that don't cost me anything, no extra no financial requirement, no I don't have to have tech savvy, I don't have to learn any new anything, no certifications, I can do it from home, all of that, different ways. What can I do now that we're in the thick of things and I'm over the overwhelm? I need to be making some immediate choices and changes regarding my finances. So make sure you check that out. And that's people didn't know, is their stimulus check an advancement of next year's tax return? And it's not. And so those are just some of the different questions that I answer for you. And I wanted to just mention that for you. So go ahead. Yes, ma'am. anything that you need to alleviate, you need to be alleviated. I had to go through my list and figure out, well, maybe I don't need that. I love the comforts, and I was like, I guess I could let it go. Does that mean that I'm not able to afford it? No, it just means I had a decrease in some areas of my business. I can't sell life insurance the way I was selling it before because I was doing a lot of presentations. So now my online business and my offline business, I've kept separate. So my bread and butter, $5,000, $11,000 per client, per policy was coming from my insurance. That's not coming anymore. I still have money coming in other ways. I'm a consultant and all that, but I did have to start looking at different things. And so I was like, well, maybe I should. Ego. The reason why I'm saying that is ego will get you like, I don't need to let that go. I'm still a baller and I can handle this. We need to be smart with our money. Find out what you can let go of that's on the outskirts. I don't know if that's Audible or whatever it might be. Not the Motivational Money Academy, by the way, because that's a free membership. It's a July 1st. But anything, just look at it and be willing to remove those things if you can. So I like that tip. And then make sure your significant other know, baby, look what I did.
Right. Right. Yep.
Number three.
So number 3, you can figure out how, if you are a business owner, right? Or if you're not, let's say if you have always loved to cook, you always love to bake, right? What can you do right now to bring in extra income? Ooh. If you have clients already and your clients are typically, you're used to having a brick and mortar, how can you serve your clients now? For those that are, I was just talking to my husband about this, for those that are hairdressers, nail techs, they're like, oh my God, my business is face-to-face. I'm not making any money. Well, you're not making any money because you're not making any money. You got to come up with something. You can get online what you could do.
Absolutely.
You could have charged $10, $15, $20, $19 for a class. You don't need a website. Both of us know this. You could have charged $20 a class to teach us how to take off the gel and acrylic nails while we're at home.
Oh my God, I told 3 people that. And
yes. How do you handle your nails yourself until you can get back into the salon? Trust me, this hair, I watched like 2,000 YouTube videos and I figured out how to do this myself, honey, because for a minute I was looking like a 75-year-old woman with that afro I had on. I tried to make it cute. I posted it, but I was like, no, boo-boo, that's not you. You're not going to sit here looking like somebody else when you can figure out how to do it yourself. So for the hairdressers, how do you condition your hair? How do you take care of your hair? For those that have weave, how do you make this weave not look crazy, while you're gone, until you can get back in the shop? How do you handle that 2-inch new growth where the weave is all the way back here? How do you handle that? Here are cute ways to wear a scarf. Here's how you can tie a bandana. Right? These are courses that you could create for $19, $20 where you can at least put gas in your tank. Right? So you can do this. You can do it. And you have to think, you have to stop being negative, stop stressing, and start thinking like a business owner. If you're a business owner, then be about your business.
Absolutely. And if you're not a business owner, you're still a grown ass woman.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna need, so one, you worried about are you getting fat? Should you still dress up? Things of that nature. Well, you can do little things, switch it up, be creative. Go YouTube has when I first started, locking my hair, and even I curled it, guys. If you can't see, I even did something different because I missed my whole hair point, and I had to tighten my own hair up this time because I have locks, guys. And it took me a whole day to get it done, and the whole next day my arms was tired and everything. I got it done, and I came out.
But you did it.
Woo! I was like, yeah, baby.
That's how grown ass women do.
So
right?
You can surprise him. He'll give you a new, fresh look, and you can show him that if you're, dependent on him a little bit for the money, I don't need to get additional money from you because I can train somebody. I'm shifting my skills, even though my clientele has dropped, and I can carry some of this weight on my own. You know what I mean? So you're showing him that you are a good partner because you are finding ways to alleviate some of that strain on both you guys. So it really does a lot of benefit for your relationship, since all of this money, or potential financial strain has been caused as a domino effect due to the pandemic. So I love that, guys. Go to YouTube. It's called Pivot. What can you do
Right.
within yourself, within your business, within just as a woman to keep things spicy and also add money to your side of the things. And then you can use that to pay other bills or just carry your own weight. So I love that, guys. I love that.
Now, I want to make sure that we're not being one-sided here. We're not being sexist. So let's flip this a minute.
Well,
okay?
I know women folks and men friendly. So welcome in. We love you too.
Well, and let's look at it from the perspective where the woman may be the breadwinner and the man is laid off. Maybe he, is someone that was like in construction, or maybe he was, someone that maybe he was a waiter, maybe he was a chef at a restaurant, maybe he was a parking attendant at a parking lot next to the restaurant that was always popping, so he always had cash in his pocket. Now, what is he supposed to do, right?
She just checked me so nice and smooth. I'm so sorry. Go right ahead, man.
That's okay. What is he supposed to do? Okay, the same thing. He can figure out ways to pivot and make money on his own too. The internet, trust me, guys, as long as you have the internet, you can make some money. As long as you have the internet, you can make some money. If you don't believe me, you need to go to Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and look at the things that people make money doing. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about people that would dress up in a giraffe costume to sing happy birthday in a different language and get paid $5. And then you look at how many sales they've had. 2,000 sales at $5 each. So there's no excuse. If you are, instead of stressing over what you can't do, sit down and figure out what you can do.
I love that you mentioned that. In the Motivating Money Academy, guys, I told you that there's a free webinar. It's a lot of free resources in there for you guys. And it talks about 4 ways that you can make money right now today. And the pre-work to that, and all of those 4 ways don't require you to invest in anything and doing that. I just kind of mentioned that a few minutes ago, but I want to mention that the pre-work is a worksheet that you itemize what are your gifts, your talents, and your skill set. And if you're not sure what they are, talk to your significant other, your best friend, your mom, and what do they think of when they want what do they think of you when they what do they think of you about when they want something done? I think that's how I worded it. Either way, when they want that favorite icing or that favorite cake, or the person to wrap the gift, she put that pretty bow or whatever it is, they think of you, then that's your skill set or your gift or your talent. What comes naturally? What are you passionate about? What have you been doing and getting paid for at a job all these years? But now that's your skill set and you can teach somebody else. So like I give the example, I was a professional interviewer. I wasn't necessarily the best employee because I'd never liked anybody to tell me what to do. But if you post a job, I knew how to take that job requirements and my skill set and a resume, smack it together with a cover letter, and come there and dress to impress with the correct verbiage and language and body language, and poof, I got the job every time. I would always do that. So that's a skill set that I could be teaching somebody right now who are going to be looking how to stand out when they're looking for a job and you just never graduated, things of that nature. So you have these gifts and these talents and these skills that you don't even realize. You take them for granted. So if you itemize them, you can see, man, people want this, and then think about who needs what I have to offer. That's how you position yourself on Fiverr. Slap you a $5, $10, $15. Don't say I'm better than that. Well, you can be better than that. Keep your skill set to yourself.
Right.
You'll make money.
Right.
I'm just saying. So go to the Motivating Money Academy and get that free webinar, guys. Okay, we are number 4 now, right? We're number 4.
We are. I'm checking here.
In case you guys don't know why she checks her note, you are listening to the Wealth Chronicles show. It's Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central Time. Come here and learn laugh at the financial trials, tribulations, and transformations of all my guests, my power partners, myself. Guys, I bring anonymous stories as well. I may change the dollars, the dates, and the details so we can protect the identity of those involved when I'm bringing you just a story. But the whole point is I want you to move the needle in your financial transformation in your financial situation without having to tell somebody all of your business. A lot of times that's what stops us from being able to proceed. I don't want that to be the reason, because you're not the only one who have gone through a situation. So if you come here, we're going to share it with you, and then we're also going to share with you how we got past it. So you walk away with action steps. All right, guys, you have no more excuse. Hashtag no more excuses. Sometimes it's okay to be nosy. So come listen to our business and your life will get better. Like, how you do that? And right now we have the relationship queen. We have the relationship queen, guys. She has a podcast. She got a whole academy. She's in our academy. She's my great friend, and she's giving you 3 to 5 different tips on how you can shift the energy and not allow any financial strain to come between you and your significant other, or your husband, your spouse, or your wife. Hey guys, if you're on here right now, due to the COVID-19 and the domino effects that trickles afterwards. All right, guys. She'll also be on here on the 20th, and we'll be talking about singles and money. All right. Right now it was relationship, committed. You know, you might be common law, fiance. That's me. Wait, Casey, fiance, married. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Bottom line is, when you guys have already, you're cohabitating and for the most part, and you have these common financial areas. All right, guys. And then she's going to be talking on the 20th about relationship. What kind of conversations? How can you avoid getting with the person that you did not know spend everything, or lazy and don't want to work, or you know what I'm saying? Just all kind of problem areas that you can have when it comes, or who's financially abusive. Who wave their money in your face. They want you to sit. I went through this. They want you to sit at home, and they say, we don't want you to work, but then you have to beg for money. How that affects your self-esteem. There's a lot of different things you can avoid by paying attention to the signs and knowing yourself. All right, guys. So that's who we are. That's where you are. And if you're new, make sure you put your location in the comment section so we can send you a welcome packet. We laugh here. We're loud here. We cry here. We share here. This is a whole family, and it's informal. So I hope you're not looking for us to be all, I got a t-shirt on, but we're going to help you live your life. All right. So we were going through some steps. I don't know if you have any more. If you do, we all ears. Let's hear it.
I do. Okay. I think this one is really important. It's not necessarily, let's say that there is tension in the house, right? There's already tension in the house. Whether you're the husband or the wife or the partner or whatever you are, you're the one that's been stressing over finances and how to handle things. So now that you know that there are ways that you can buy yourself time so that you can handle what needs to be handled right now, which gives you more time for later, we got that covered, okay? So now, how do you shift the energy in the house, right? How do you shift the energy so that you are not, so that you change the negativity, you shift the energy so that you balance everything out, okay? First of all, you're under each other 24 hours a day now. So you have to remember that just because you're in the house together doesn't mean that every time you have to be in that person's space all day, right? So for us, for example, I use us as an example. Our offices, we each have our own office, and they're right next door to each other. We get up in the morning. I come in my office. He goes in his office.
That's so cute.
That's what our daughter said. She's like, oh my God, you guys get up. And you go into your offices, and then you meet in the family room after work, and then you both go upstairs and go to bed. That's exactly what she said. But so the thing to do is to make sure that just because you're home together all day doesn't mean that you need to be in each other's face all day, right? You don't have to have breakfast together every morning. You don't have to have lunch together every day. You don't have to be in the same room all the time, right? So even though we're not able to go out and be with our friends, we Zoom with our friends. So it's like, hey, I'm hanging out on Friday. Okay, cool. Right? It's like, you're not leaving the house, but I'm not in his face while he's Zooming with his friends. Like, what y'all talking about? I'm doing something else, right? I mean, the Zoom, I'm catching up on my Ratchet TV. Yes, I watch my Ratchet TV. It's one, it's therapeutic because it gets me away from all my stuff. And two, it's reference. It is. Right? It's like my clients. I can talk to my clients. I'm like, girl, listen, this is not a Stevie J and Mimi moment. And like, oh my God, you watch that? It's just the way to connect. But yes, I don't care. Yes, Tell everybody I watch Ratchet TV. That's my thing. That's my jam.
Me too. You are not alone.
Okay. But you have to find ways to still have your individuality while you're, otherwise you're going to drive each other crazy. And then if you're anything like me, and I had to do a self-check because I am very sensitive to energy. So I can always tell when there's an energy shift with someone. And I want to fix it all the time, right? So I'm not, you good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm thinking, I know they're not good. I know they're not good. Right. I know they're not good, but they don't want to talk about it. And then I'm feeling like, well, they don't want to tell me. I was like, girl, sit your tail down somewhere. Go sit down somewhere. I had to tell myself,
yes,
go sit down. Right? Because they don't call them every day when you're at work, like, you good? You okay?
Nope.
It's like, don't start to change and morph into this clingy person. That goes for both men and women.
Hey, mama, I was doing be a partner, not a parent. I had to learn that phrase. Oh my God.
Yeah. Right? But you, because you're around them all day, and if you're sensitive, you want to make sure that they're okay. And I had to like, girl, hold up, shut up, sit down. Right? I had to tell myself to sit down because while I thought I was being helpful, we're already in each other's faces every day. And then I'm like, you okay? You okay? My son's like, Mom. He's like, I'm fine. I was like, but you're not okay. He's like, but I don't want to talk about it. I was like, well, why do you just say you don't want to talk about it? He was like, Mom. I was like, you know what? Let me just back up. Because let me just use what I have for my clients and just leave my family alone, right?
I'm raising both of my hands. You guys moving it.
Right? I know. I just want to heal the world, girl. One room at a time in my house, obviously, right?
That's me. Oh, man. Thank you, God. Confirmation. Yes.
Girl, I'm like, you know what? Just calm down. So the last, and this will be the last one. But you got to check yourself, right? You just got to check yourself. You have to do a self-check. If the energy is shifted, what are the things that you may be doing to encourage that shift, right? Whether it's positive or negative. What can you do to allow your family members to still have their space while you're in the same house? Lucky for us, we have an upstairs and a downstairs. Okay. But for those that are in an apartment,
we in condo. We got a balcony and the ducks, but
right. Right. It's like, what are you doing? And then I'm like, oh, you want to store? I'll go with you. And I was, because I don't get to do that when I'm not, when I'm at work. It's like, wow, I get to go to the store in the middle of the day. And I was like, not a, there you go. I'm good. So it was a bit rocky for a minute until I stepped back and I realized that I was being motherly to everybody in the house, and I needed to just do a self-check. So I'm telling the men and the women, self-check. Whether you're in a house, you're in a condo, you're in a one room, you're in a studio, it doesn't matter. But you have to have your individual time. You cannot do everything together all day long, every day, all day.
And expect
to get old.
You got to miss each other. Of the hey, what are you feeling?
Right.
You.
So
can you
open the door?
Oh, go ahead. You got more. Go.
I was just gonna say I'll open the door and I'll be like, and I'll check if his door is closed. I'm not gonna go knock and be like, what are you doing? It's closed, right? If mine is closed, he's not knocking on mine. So it's just like common courtesy, the same courtesy that you would have if your home was an office. Mm-hmm. And the person that you're living with was not your mate. Would you go be all up in their face all day long?
No.
So what's the difference, right? Just the work day is the work day. Treat it like the work day. When he's in there, he's the coworker, right? I'm not going in there kissing all over my coworker.
Working on something, I'm gonna respect his.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So me, I was the talker. And him, he's retired. So, you know what I'm saying? I have to, it's actually both ways. I have to tell him during the days that I'm actually working for like 3-4 hours straight, don't knock on the door. If you see it closed or peek, if you hear me talking, I'm having a, I talk about money, guys. And so people don't need to feel like they can't talk to me freely.
Right.
And people come in and out of my environment all the time. That's not okay. I had to tell him, and now my bonus son stays here. So I had to let him know too. And I said, I'm going live in a little bit. And so in between laughs, they blasted the music. But then when I go live, they shh. And I like it. And then also, when I come out of the room, I say, I'm gonna come out for a few minutes. Can we chill? Are you wanting to have your own space? I give him permission to say, no, I think I just want to have my own space right now. You can, come back out in a couple hours. And I don't feel some kind of way about that anymore because he don't never sleep right. He don't eat right. He don't do nothing. He just retired. And I'm like, well, so I understand the boundaries. I have to enforce them and I have to remember them for myself. So thank you so much. Can you do a quick little recap for us of just like the title of each one of your steps? It's been so awesome. And then, guys, we're going to let her go, and that's going to be the end of our show. But I mean, if she wants to leave with anything, any events, any tips, any events, any links, her next podcast episode title, any of that, guys, I want you to make sure you follow her. Hashtag Replay Crew, you follow her too. Live people, you follow her too. Make sure you connect with her because she's helped me so much, and she's going to help you as well, whether you become a client or not, just by being around her energy. Surround yourself with positive energy, forward movers, thinkers, and thought leaders. All right, guys. And she's going to help you in so many different ways you didn't know was affecting your relationship. And she's a relationship coach, so not just married couples, marriage and single. And if you're just in a committed relationship and you haven't made that step, we all need to know ourselves, know what we're looking for, and deal with a lot of wreckage of our past so we don't keep repeating the same energies. All right, guys. And I'm just speaking from experience, from talking to her one-on-one in different states as we were doing different things together. So I know the value of what she has to offer. Different states for real. We was in Miami, we was in Vegas, Illinois. So we have been tight, and I trust her, guys. And so I trust you connecting with her. All right, so please list off your 5 now.
Okay, so the first one was to call your creditors, your lenders, call anybody you owe money to. Tell them that sometimes they ask specifics, make up something. I don't care what you say. But the most important thing that you need to tell them is you are experiencing a decrease in income due to the coronavirus. I wouldn't say COVID-19, just say coronavirus. Now, if they ask you, did you lose your job? This is what they asked me and said, well, have you lost your job? I said, no. But the other adults in my home that work have lost their jobs. And so therefore, I am responsible for a lot more of the finance. No, that ain't, we're not going to say how much or how little, or if that is even, the entire truth. But if there's no need to stress over anything, you don't have to stress because they have programs and things set up for you to get you through this time now. Okay. If you're a business owner, you can reduce your expenses, right? You can figure out how you can serve your clients now. Whatever you do for them face to face, you can teach them how to do it in the interim. Trust me, I don't want to do my own nails. I don't want to do my own feet, but I had to because I was not about to cut my husband with these toenails. I had to figure it out, right? So if you are a face-to-face entrepreneur, then you need to figure out a way to help us figure out how to manage until we can get back to you.
Absolutely. Pivot.
If you bake, here's one thing I know, not a client. Well, she is a client and a former coworker. She now she owns a boutique, but now she's making fashion face masks. So I just ordered like 5 face masks from her. One is cheetah print, one is African print. I mean, come on, anybody can figure out a way to make money now during this virus. So there is no reason if for you to sit and sulk. You need to get you some business, get on your stuff, and act like a grown-ass man or woman and get it together.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
And then you need to do a self-check. Are you running your boo crazy at the house? Are you running your boo crazy in the condo, in the apartment, in the studio. What are you doing? Get it together. Do a self-check. Give the person their space. Do not require you. You don't have to be around them 24 hours. You are around them 24 hours a day, but you don't have to be in their face 24 hours a day, right? You can Zoom with your friends. You can have a girls' night Zoom. You can have a guys' night Zoom. You can have they're doing church virtually, so there's no reason, right? You can get the internet. If you're here, you have the internet. If you need to get an extra bandwidth, pay for an upgrade with Comcast, then that's nothing compared to you, the sense of peace that you have and connection that you have by being able to connect like this with people. I've connected more since the coronavirus and since being at home with people that I don't normally see. I love them, but I'm too busy. What else are we doing now? We're just Zooming all day long, right? It's like cocktail hour. Girl, meet me, happy hour. I just had a happy hour with my IT team from the office. I was like, I'm sending you a separate link from my personal account. Give me your personal email address. We'll hang out. We hung out for like an hour and a half yesterday, just drinking on Zoom, like we would do if we were at work, going across the street to the bar, right? Yep. So figure out ways. There's no need to be. And I know I said this last thing, but I didn't say this before. All the things that you could have done, all the things that you claim that you didn't have time to do, you got nothing but time now. So make a list. There are plenty of free courses out there on who is that has Harvard has free courses. Yale has free courses. So you can pick up another certification. You can start learning a foreign language. You can pick up a third language if you already have one. So there's plenty of things that you could be doing instead of watching the news every day and listening to Orange Julius come with different conversations about, and different conflicting information. Don't focus on that. Focus on the positive.
How you can grow, whatever you do, make yourself stronger, inevitably makes your relationship stronger.
Absolutely.
And it will make you more of a commodity. It will show your worth. It will just add on to filling in any of the vulnerable spots that are there now, or there may come in the future. You never know. You guys are a partnership, and so show that you can weather the storm just like they can weather the storm. And hopefully there's no health concerns. And as long as you're over the health concerns, now what can you do to strengthen yourself mentally, emotionally,
right,
financially, and what are the assets and what are the resources that you can reach out to? One of those resources is Anita Charlotte, and this is who we're talking to today, the relationship expert, guys. It's the relationship queen, and I need you to reach out to her to find out any other tips that she may have for you. Join her academy, guys. Find out how you as an individual or you guys as a couple can grow stronger together and provide a stronger front for your family and your kids. All right, guys. Do you want to leave us with any, like, your next podcast episode or anything? How can we find you other than going to the Motivated Money Academy? Wink, wink.
Well, okay, yes, I do. Okay. So I'm gonna give everybody my the list, my email list. So if you want to join my email list to stay abreast of everything that I'm doing, you want to go to bit.ly/girl don't forget about me. bit.ly/girl don't forget about me. Okay.
Or you click the link below. That'll take you directly to her page that's in the academy, and that link is in there.
Yes.
Anything else?
Trying to think what I want to give away. So I have a brand new training right now. It's free, totally free. It's a video training, and it is for women. Sorry, guys. It is for women, and it is for women that are driven, women that consider themselves high performing, high achieving, determined, on a mission, hustler, whatever she calls herself. It's for her to determine, and it's to help her determine if he can handle her grind. So it's for single women or women that are currently not in a fully committed relationship, and it's called Can He Handle Your Grind? And that's bit.ly/Can He Handle Your Grind? That is going to teach you.
I don't know if that's in the academy already. I need to make sure I add that.
No, that's not in there yet.
Tell me what the link is, please.
bit.ly/Can Can he handle your grind?
Got it. That's a precursor, guys, for in 2 weeks from today, May 20th at 8:15 p.m. She will be back, and she'll be coming with 3 to 5 tips for the single woman and how she can make sure she gonna find herself in a lot of those relationship situations revolving money that we could have avoided, and the signs was all there, but we weren't paying attention.
Right.
So I need you to bring all your girlfriends, get your little tea, get your little wine, get whatever you need, bring your pen and your pad, because in 2 weeks she'll be back and she's gonna have some banging information, just like, if not better than tonight. Guys, I want to thank you so very much. I want you guys to put in the comment section. We can't see your hearts, so put in your comment section your number one takeaway. Let her tell her thank you. Tell her you look forward to her coming back in the 2 weeks. Let her know that you'll be in her. You're gonna follow her. You're gonna check her out in the academy, guys. We went way over. We're only supposed to go for 30 minutes, but I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. We'll try to keep it down next time. I'm not gonna even have a training. Normally we would have it in even 30 minutes, and then I'll have a training. I'm not gonna even have a training going forward. We have learned so much through this interaction. I am 100% filled. I hope you are too. We're gonna end it. You can start it over and you can watch the replay. Share it out. Did you share the video out? Did you share the video out, man? All right, so guys, we're going to go out with music. Please put in the comment section your number one takeaway. Please put in the comment section your thank yous and your love yous, and we appreciate yous for Anita, and that you will look forward to seeing her next time. Please do that, because I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys next time. We come in with music and then we leave with music, and this is my theme song. Hey, shout out to Brandon Love for creating this theme song. I think it matches my personality so perfectly. What? Hey. Hey, this is the Wealth Chronicle Show, guys. If you don't know, my name is Stacey Daniel. I'm a wealth strategist and insurance broker for the past 10 years. Since 11 years now, I've received multiple awards and accolades for speaking and teaching to women and families, and helping them to learn about the 8 silent wealth killers and other very powerful but hidden money rules. I want to help you to do the same, because I didn't learn about money growing up. I have no idea why I've been flipping over my tongue and my words, my introduction, my outro today, but that's okay. What? That's okay. We had a wonderful time, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for being here, because you could have been anywhere else. Bye, guys. Hi. Hold on. No, it's stuck. Wait, here we go. Wait.